In this tutorial, we will learn how to load and display a video file using OpenCV functions and what are the different types of images, that is binary image, gray image, RGB image and SCV image. And we will also look the arrangement of pixels and meaning of their intensity values in all these types of images. We will also learn one of the most important concept in image processing, that is color thresholding. Color thresholding using standard function and without using standard OpenCV. This is a program for loading a video file and display it. This is the name of our video file which is to be displayed. Now let us run the program and see what happens. When I run the program, see a video file is displayed. So let us understand the program. Here MAT_SRC is similar to the previous program where we have defined a memory allocation for image variable SRC. Next line is video capture CP and the name of the video. When this line is executed, this video file is directly loaded into the variable, that is video variable, and after that we define a infinite while loop. Inside infinite while loop, first expression is cp.read src. Meaning of this expression is that we are capturing a frame from the video and storing it in image variable src. So every time this loop will repeat itself, a frame from cp is stored in image variable src. And after that we are continuously displaying that image or the captured frame. And we know that on an average CPU, rate of capture frame is about 20 to 30 captures per second. That is, in 1 second we can capture 20 to 30 frames, and it is quite a high rate. So we can say that in 1 second we are displaying 20 to 30 images, and since this display rate is very high for a human eye to interpret it, we are able to watch a continuous video instead of discrete frames. In this way we have loaded our video file in a variable, and by taking or by capturing frame from that video file at a very high rate, we are displaying a video. Now meaning of this line is very simple. We have assigned a value to variable key and 27, which is equal to 27. 27 is the ASCII value of button escape on your keyboard. So whenever during a program execution we press escape button, at that time program will terminate and you will come out of this loop, infinite loop. After that we release the used memory space and we are done with the. In this program, if you want to take direct video feed or live video feed from your webcam, then you can simply remove this name of the video and replace it by 0 and run the program. So you can see that you get a live video feed from a webcam. Okay, so what is color thresholding? It is simplest segment method. It helps in separating out regions of an image corresponding to a particular object or color which we want to analyze, or more specifically we can call it region of interest. This separation is based on a variation of intensity between the object pixels and the background pixels. So basically we are doing background reduction. To differentiate the pixels we are interested in from the rest, we perform a comparison of each pixel intensity value with respect to a threshold value. Threshold value contains the value of the pixels of region of interest. Threshold is range of pixel values which covers an object to be separated out. Once we have separated properly the important pixels, we can set them with a determined value to identify them. We can assign them a value of 0, that is black, or 255 white, or any other value according to our convenience. So this is a sample image which is showing color thresholding. Here we want to reduce the background and only detect this red color apple. So we have done red color thresholding and see the output. That object is marked with a white color, that is assigned a value of 255, and rest of the background is given a value of 0, that is black. So the next question is, what is the concept of pixel value or pixel intensity, and how we can realize these values practically? This can be done with a small activity. On a display we have an HD wallpaper. When we will see this HD wallpaper, we can see colors are continuous and there is no color discontinuity. We can see every color is continuous and there is no defined margin between two colors. But as we will go on zooming this image, after a while we can see that image becomes discrete, or we can see that image is made up of discrete small square boxes, and each square boxes have different colors. So these small square boxes are called pixels, and the value inside or color of inside this pixel define its intensity or intensity of a pixel. So if we want to differentiate for example this flower from rest of the environment, we have to estimate the smallest and the largest value of color inside these pixels, and then we can do thresholding very easily. Before playing with the pixel values and pixel intensities in an image, first we have to understand the pixel arrangement in different types of images. So there are basically 4 types of images which we are going to deal with. First is binary image, second is gray image, third is RGB image, and fourth is HSV image. In binary image, pixel values can only be 0 or 1. No intermediate value can be taken. In gray image, pixel values can range from 0 to 255. That is combination of all black and white colors. In RGB image, each red, green and blue pixel matrix can take values from 0 to 255. That is, RGB image is made up of 3 matrices. One matrix is of red color, second is of green, and third is of blue color. And in each matrix, range of pixel values are varying from 0 to 255. And fourth is HSV image. We will deal with HSV image in next tutorial. So this is binary image, only 0 and 1, that is only black or white. This is gray image. Pixel values are ranging from 0 to 255. And this is RGB image, that is colorful image. First of all, we are going to deal with binary image. So we have a sample image. So consider this is your image, and we have seen that image is made up of large number of pixels. So assume that these are your pixels in your image frame. Each of this small rectangular box is, or square box is, your pixel. So in binary image, each of this pixel can take values only 0 or 1. No other value can be filled in these pixels. Now let us see how pixels are arranged in gray image. In gray image, each of this square pixel can take values from 0 to 255. So here is our gray image. He is Mr. Hamilton Gray. Now let us apply the concept of thresholding on gray image using simple C syntax. In C, we can use simple if else statement for thresholding of gray image. It can be done like this: if pixel value less than 120 and greater than 50, then pixel value is assigned a value say 255, that is white color. Else pixel value equals to 0, that is black color. What does it mean? If pixel value is between 0 to 50 to 120, then that region should be seen in white color, else all the background should be seen in black color. So we have processed a gray image to filter out the pixel values between 50 to 120. Now let us see how to implement this C syntax into a program. So this is our program to filter out the pixel values between 50 to 120 in a gray image, and this is our sample gray image. So let us compile the program and run it. So it is already compiled. When we will run it, this was our input file or input gray image, and this is our processed gray image, processed image, binary image. So all these colors which are white, these are the pixels whose values were between 50 to 120, whereas all the black background was having their pixel range or pixel values out of the thresholded range. Therefore it is seen in black color. Now let us understand the program line by line. First line is met src. We have already seen it. We have loaded an image into image variable src, and we have displayed that image in a window input. Now meaning of this line is to store number of rows of that image into the variable integer variable nl. So suppose you are using an image of 640 into 480, the number of rows will be 480 and 640, and that value will be stored in variable nl. Similarly in nc, number of columns will be stored, that is 680. So in this way we have nl and nc integer in which number of row and number of columns are stored. Indirectly nc into nl will give you total number of pixels in an image frame. So it can seen from the diagram that this is number of columns which is stored in integer nl, and this is number of rows which is stored in variable nc, and nl into nc is equal to total number of pixels. After storing number of rows and number of columns in integer variable nl and nc, now we are using a nested loop. First loop is used for getting the address of jth row, and second loop is used for accessing the address of ith column. So basically by using these two loops we are getting the exact position of the desired pixel. Meaning of this expression is very simple. When we will use these two nested loops, for example if j is equal to 2 and I is equal to 2, so where we are in second row and second column, so the value of pixel or intensity of pixel at that position will be stored in this variable uncharred data. That is, if we are in second row and second column, so we are at this position, that is at the position of this pixel, and if we will extract out the value or intensity of this pixel, we can store it in a variable uncharred data, and we can use it for further processing. In this way these two loops will start from the first pixel and process all the pixels and give us the desired result. So when j is equal to 0 and I is equal to 0, we start from first pixel, and when j is equal to 640 and I is equal to 480, we are at the last position or last pixel. So when j and I is equal to 0, we are first pixel, and we are applying if statement on that pixel or on intensity of that pixel, and here it will check that whether that intensity lies between 50 to 120 or not. If it lies, then that pixel is assigned with a new value, that is 255, and that pixel will be seen as white to us, else that pixel will become black, that is it will be removed or it will go in background. And after this, when this loop will run second time, the value of second pixel will be stored in that data variable, and it will again check these conditions, and in this way all the pixel will be processed, and at the last loops will be ended or closed, and after that we will show our processed image. So this will be output. In this image, processing will start from this pixel, and it will go like this, and in between, whichever pixel will lie between 50 to 120, it will become white, and every else pixel will be RGB image. The RGB image color model is an additive color model in which red, green and blue colors are added together in various ways to produce a broad array of colors. The name of model comes from the initial of three primitive primary colors: red, green and blue. So basically we are using red, green and blue colors, and by their various combinations we are producing other colors. We can easily realize what RGB image is by the use of this simple pictorial representation. Suppose this is our RGB image. It has many pixels. So we can assume that this original RGB image is made up of three matrices. That is, the matrix of this RGB image is made up of three matrices. First matrix is of red color, second matrix is of green color, and third matrix is of blue colors. Number of rows and columns are equal in each of these matrices. So here red color, the intensity of red color varies from 0 to 255. Similarly, for green color, intensity varies from 0 to 255, and same for blue color, 0 to 255. So we can have a lot number of permutation combination, and we can combine the values of red, green and blue in different ways to produce so many colors. For example, if intensity, if in this position, that is first pixel, intensity of red is 55, and in this position, that is first pixel of green matrix, intensity is 100, and in matrix of blue color, first pixel is 20. So by the combination of these three intensities of RGB colors, we can make a unique color or a new color. In this way, we have a lot of possible combinations for making a broad array of different colors. Applying the concept of color thresholding in an RGB image is little bit complex as compared to gray image, because in gray image we directly extract the value of the pixel and compare it to the values between 0 to 255. But in case of RGB image, we have three different matrices, that is three different matrices of different pixel intensities. So for RGB image, we have to separately compare the intensity values of red, green and blue color with the values between 0 to 255. So logic will be same, that is we have to use three if statement or a single if statement in which we have to give the range of the pixel of each of the matrices. That is, for example, pixel range of red matrix is between say 150 to 30. In similar way, we have to give an if statement for green color and blue color, and we will assign the desired pixels which are in this thresholded range equal to 255, that is white color. So procedure is same. The only difference is now we have three matrices, and when these three matrices will overlap, then values of individual matrices will combine with other to give a. So let us implement the concept of thresholding on an RGB image. This program is for doing so. Now let us run the program and see what happens. Whoa. This was our input image, and we want to filter out a green color. So we set the threshold for green color, and we get green color filtered out, and the rest of the background is black, that is assigned a value equal to 0. So now let us understand the program line by line. First is mat output and mat image, that is declaration of image variable, and after that we have read the image. After this we have displayed the image, input image, and now comes the important OpenCV function for thresholding, that is in range. Syntax of this function is very easy. In range is equivalent to our if else statement, which we have used in gray image thresholding. Here image is our input image, and output is our output image. We can give any name to this image or output. The scalar 0, 0, 0 and scalar 100, 255, 100 gives us the thresholded range. That is the range of pixel intensities which we want to filter out. Here its format is like BGR, not RGB. In OpenCV it is BGR, that is first blue, then green, and then red. So this is the minimum value of pixel intensity of a blue color, and this is maximum value of pixel intensity of blue color. Similarly, this is minimum for green color, and this is maximum for green color, and this is minimum for red color, and this is maximum pixel intensity for a green color. So it is equivalent to the if else statement, in which we can directly give the minimum and maximum value, that is the range of the color matrix, to filter out a particular color. So basically in range function takes the input image and apply thresholded range of pixel intensities on that input image, that is scalar 0, 0, 0 and scalar 100, 255, 100. Meaning of these two scalar terms means pixel intensity of red color matrix will be from 0 to 100 pixel intensity, and red is at this position, because I have told you in OpenCV it is not RGB, it is BGR. So the last one is our red color. So range of red color is 0 to 100. Similarly, range for green color is 0 to 255, because we have to detect green color or filter out the green color, and range of blue color is 0 to 100. In this way we are in a way applying if else statement to filter out our desired color, just as we have done in gray image thresholding. We can also do this RGB color thresholding by using nested if else nested for loops. But using this function is quite easy and make your program